Welcome to the MindTalk podcast, where we delve into the roots of dis-ease growing deep in the subconscious mind. I am your host, Diane Vanas, with 25 years in energy medicine. Today we will be having a demo of a belief system decoding session. And we have a volunteer, Nathan. So Nathan, I'm looking forward to discovering and uncovering and clearing a belief system for you. Let me warn you, they're generally negative because that's what we're looking for, our negative beliefs. And so it's kind of fascinating to be able to discover our personal darkness and bring it to light, and then also clear it. So, are you ready to get started? We first want to find out what type of a belief system it is, because there can be different types. We compare it to a tree. Just helps us, go into the layers of the mind kind of metaphorically because of similarity of a tree with like roots and soil. So that's how we dig deeper, and you'll see when we get into it. So you have a tangled belief system. So if you had a tree that was tangled, it would be like there were two roots, but the tree grows together as one tree. So we'll be looking for two roots and maybe two soils even with your belief system. So the first thing we look at are the leaves and the branches, like the more obvious or conscious aspects of the belief system. We call them negative programs. It's kind of like we're programmed like a robot to do stuff every day, and we don't really think about it, but other people might be aware of it, or we kind of might know that's how we are, but it's negative. So the first negative program in your belief system isn't even actually yours. It was inherited, and then it became yours. So it's nothing turns out right. So you might even feel that in life, that just nothing turns out right. But it was actually a program that you inherited. Isn't that interesting? So let's go down and to go to the next negative program. And it's, I am unorganized and inefficient. So, won't it be good to get rid of it, right? Because that's just not working. Now we're going to drop down to the trunk of the tree. So this is like in the layers of the subconscious mind. We call them limiting beliefs. We're not quite as aware of them, but they still have a big limiting effect upon our behavior and our relationships and health, you name it. It affects everything. So the first limiting belief is, I can't let other people be as they are. And then we have another limiting belief, and it's too rigid. So like too rigid to unwind or relax or recover. And then we have another limiting belief. It's the silent cry of the overburdened mind. It sounds like almost could be a line for a poem or something. So the silent cry of the overburdened mind. Now we're going to drop down to the root of the tree, or the roots, because we have two of them. And it's called a faulty core belief. It's like the seed that started the whole thing growing. And it's, I have to quit on my own. So I don't know if that rings a bell. Is there anything that you'd like to quit, like a habit, eating junk food, whatever it might be? or maybe it's just really hard to quit, like OCD or something. But anyway, we have another faulty core belief or another root, and it's I can't let myself be as I am. So very interesting, but we have also a soil. Now this is called a faulty core identity because it's not really your identity, because it was what you absorbed from your environment, the people and the ideas, etc. around you between the ages of 0 to 7. So yeah, even in like your mother's womb, you could create this faulty core identity. It's what I want and need is not important. So that's really related to your worth. And we're going to read this whole thing from the bottom up because it will kind of make more sense. It will kind of even sometimes show like a little story or something. So, what I want and need is not important. I can't let myself be as I am. I have to quit on my own. Silent cry of the overburdened mind. Too rigid to unwind, relax, recover. I can't let other people be as they are. I am unorganized and inefficient. Nothing turns out right. So that's your complete Tangled belief system tree. But usually there's something, fueling it or being imbalanced because of it. So we have a fascia misalignment. So I'm not sure if you know what fascia is, but it's kind of like this cellophane wrapping or this interconnected tissue that just coats every cell, blood vein, muscle, organ, everything in your whole body is all interconnected, and it's like an information superhighway. It needs to move freely, and you can't get like rigid or misaligned or tight or stiff or dry or anything like that. So it's misaligned, but it's because of some other factors. Could be even this belief system is causing misalignment, because our fascia is like it shape shifts daily based upon our emotions and feelings and beliefs and thoughts. So we also have the governing vessel meridian. It's like an ancestral meridian that is imbalanced as well due to radio frequencies. So kind of like electromagnetic frequencies, maybe cell phones, etc., that you might have in close proximity. You might be wearing them on your body, using a laptop on your lap or, computer nearby. Just a lot of gadgets like that is very imbalancing. So let's clear these radio frequencies to reset and balance the governing vessel meridian, and then also to reset and balance the fascia. And I don't know if you like essential oils, but it looks like one is coming up for you that would be beneficial at bedtime. So that's rosemary oil. And you could wear that like at bedtime for about 3 days. And we're also going to do some balancing resets for you. But we can do that after we clear this belief system. So we're just going to go ahead and pause the recording so that we can clear each of those beliefs that we had come up with, clear them one by one, and then we'll come back on and we'll see if we have any positive beliefs that we could reinstall in the gap. So like we're going to chop a tree down and maybe plant something new. So we'll pause here. Okay, so that was fun, and now we can see if there's positive beliefs. We actually are going to probably put in a couple of positive belief statements. And the first one is, I honor myself and others with my speech. So Nathan, I don't know if you have like negative self-talk, but yeah, some of the beliefs really are negative self-talk that we probably repeat to ourselves at a subconscious level. But this is, I honor myself and others with my speech. So that's a very positive, empowering belief statement, and we're just installing that. And then we have another one, I am willing to accept other outcomes in life. So, like a course correction or change directions, because, like that first one was nothing turns out right. We could always feel like we're just trying to do the same thing over and over and it doesn't turn out right. So let's try something new. Or, look at other outcomes instead of having just a fixed, idea of how things have to turn out. So I am willing to accept other outcomes in life, just installing that. And there you have it. That's how a belief system decoding session works. And Nathan, I'm really happy that I got a chance to demonstrate that with you.